Good evening. Oh, please stand and welcome the class of 2024.
If you love somebody, better tell them why they're here, 'cause they just may run away from you. You'll never know what went well, then again it just depends on how long the time is left for you. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest rivers. You can have it all, but now keep moving. Take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to slide, eh? To hold it in for a while, eh? Take me with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. I've tried to cut these corners, tried to take the easy way out. I kept on falling short of something. I could have gave up then, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to slide, eh? To hold it in for a while, eh? Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt.
And please be seated. Thank you. So again, welcome. It's my privilege tonight to celebrate and honor our graduating students. I'm Christina Robom-Levitt, Regional Dean and Program Director for the Master of PA Studies program. And I'd also like to take the opportunity to introduce our distinguished guest on the stage tonight. Dr. Wade Redman, Acting Assistant Provost of Digital Technology and Chair of the Department of Laboratory Sciences and Primary Care. Dr. Shane Harper, Chief PA of the Texas Tech Department of Surgery, Medical Director of the Northwest Texas Hospital Surgical Intensive Care Unit, Tactical Medical Office for Randall County Sheriff's Office SWAT Team. Ms. Sissy Hinojos, here on our right, is the President of the Permian Basin PA Society. Dr. Alicia Villegas, Assistant Professor and Director of Clinical Education. And Dr. Dana Lavallee, Assistant Professor and Director of Program Assessment. Ms. Abby Buterbaugh, Assistant Professor and Director of Didactic Education. Dr. Sarah Stringer, Assistant Professor and Director of Academic Strategy. Ms. Caitlin Preble, Assistant Professor and Clinical Coordinator. Ms. Lori Benninghoff, Assistant Professor. Dr. Harris Chang, Assistant Professor. Dr. Haley Blackwell, Assistant Professor. And Dr. Juan Garcia, Assistant Professor. And our staff, without whom this ceremony would not be occurring tonight: Ms. Katie Cowan, our Program Business Manager, Ms. Ashley Leach, our Clerkship Coordinator, Ms. Tessa Gulker, our Clinical Site Coordinator, Ms. Kristen Pinkstaff, our Academic Administrative Coordinator, and Mr. Sam Payan, our Grant Coordinator. Additional thanks to our Dean of the School of Health Professions, Dondra Sechrist, our Medical Director, Dr. Timothy Benton, and our Regional Medical Director, Dr. Louis Guerra, who were unable to join us. I would also like to take a moment to recognize some additional people who have joined us in our audience this evening. We have many of our preceptors with whom you've all done your clinical rotations here this last year. Some adjunct faculty members, including Mr. Mike Taylor. I knew that'd get some applause. And the Permian Basin Advisory Board members. Thank you for everything you do for our program. And finally, the last group we'd like to recognize is our families, friends, and loved ones that are here to support you this evening. They made many sacrifices over the years for you to get to this place in your careers, and now they continue to support you this evening, and we want to give them our applause. Thank you. So tonight we gather to celebrate your remarkable achievements, and each of you has demonstrated the dedication, resilience, and unwavering commitment to the field of PA studies. Your hard work and perseverance have brought you here to this momentous occasion, and we couldn't be more proud of you. As you prepare to step into your roles as healthcare providers, remember that you are now in a noble profession. You're entrusted with the care and well-being of your patients. Embrace this responsibility with compassion, integrity, and a lifelong commitment to learning. Your ability to adapt, empathize, and innovate will shape the future of healthcare. This evening, as you take your oath and don your white coats, know that you are joining a distinguished group of over 1,000 TTU HSCPA graduates making a profound impact in the medical field. Your contributions will enhance patient care and inspire those to follow in your footsteps. Congratulations to each of you for this incredible achievement. We have every confidence that you will excel in your careers and continue to uphold the highest standards of our profession. Now please join me in welcoming Dr. Wade Redmond, Ms. Sissy Hinojos, and they will share their words of wisdom and encouragement.
The one thing I can count on for white coat is being organized, white coats, and it's hot. Am I right? Yes. But thank you. I very much appreciate you being here. I'll keep this brief, so don't worry. I want to take this moment to celebrate your incredible journey. Over the past 27 months, you've faced challenges that tested your knowledge, resilience, and determination. Today, as you don your white coats, you're not just making or marking the end of a chapter, but embracing the responsibility and privilege of a career dedicated to care and compassion. Thank you to the faculty and staff for your unwavering support and guidance, which have been vital to our student success over the years and months. Christina, thank you for your leadership, which has driven the growth and excellence of this excellent program. We are grateful for our dean, who wasn't able to make it, Dr. Seacrest. Thank you for your unwavering support and leadership as well. To our graduates, the white coat symbolizes your promise to uphold the highest standards of excellence and integrity in your practice. Congratulations on this extraordinary achievement. We are proud of you and excited to see the impact that you'll make in healthcare. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sissy Hinojos, and I'm the president of the Permian Basin PA Society. And on behalf of the society, I too would like to congratulate you students, your parents, for this amazing accomplishment. Your accomplishment tonight has truly been a group effort, and that's kind of what I want you to think about, is that it's taking you some people, some other people to help you get here. This group includes your classmates, of course, professors, preceptors, your family. Think about all the baristas, that served you Starbucks coffee. I mean, it's every little bit of this that helped you get here, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I want to challenge you with a couple of things tonight. One, remain humble and thankful throughout your career. You will continue to need a team to practice medicine. Dean Smith, the former coach of North Carolina basketball team, told his players, when you make a basket, point to the player who threw you the pass. No one makes it through life without assist. Be grateful to those people that assisted you in making it to this stage tonight, and be grateful to those people, and there'll be a lot of them, that will assist you in taking care of your patients as you start practicing medicine. Challenge number 2. Now go out, find someone that wants to be a PA, assist them in any way possible, and help them make that happen. Promote your profession and promote yourself. We do amazing things for people, and we are increasing the access to medical care for so many people. So believe in that, okay? So also, on behalf of the officers of the PA Society, I would like to present Cynthia Filizardo with a small token of our appreciation for serving as our student liaison. So come on up. You know, our student liaison, there's a lot of behind the scenes communications going on, and I wish we had been more active and everything, but the main point here is be active, okay? And take a leadership role, and Cynthia was a great leader. So thank you so much. Go out and buy us some figs with that, okay? They're expensive, so anyway, congratulations, you guys.
Good evening. It is my pleasure this evening to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Shane Harper. Dr. Harper is currently the Chief PA of the Texas Tech Department of Surgery, but also serves in many roles. One, as the Medical Director for the Northwest Texas Hospital Surgical Intensive Care Unit, Tactical Medical Officer for the Randall County Sheriff's Office SWAT Team, and is the founding editor-in-chief of the West Texas Medical Journal. Dr. Harper's medical education began by graduating magna cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy from Texas State University. He attended the University of Texas Medical Branch for his PA education, where he completed or graduated with honors. He then went on to complete a critical care residency at the University of Massachusetts, where he served as chief PA resident, and ultimately obtained his Doctorate of Medical Science from Lynchburg University. Dr. Harper's scholarly contributions include several dozen peer-reviewed publications, multiple medical podcast interviews, and authoring a chapter for Springer's Interventional Critical Care textbook. Dr. Harper has delivered educational presentations at the local, state, and national level on a variety of critical care and trauma topics. His contributions to both the medical and academic arenas have been recognized through a multitude of awards and honors, including receiving the Distinguished Fellow designation from the American Academy of Physician Assistants, being named the 2017 Outstanding Physician Assistant of the Year by the Texas Academy of Physician Assistants, the recipient of multiple Texas Tech School of Medicine institutional awards, and on top of all of that, becoming the first PA in Texas and the second west of the Mississippi to obtain the prestigious Fellow of Critical Care Medicine credential from the American College of Critical Care Medicine. Dr. Harper is married to his college sweetheart, Amber, and has 2 children. Hagan, a mechanical engineer major at Texas Tech, and Keeley, an incoming freshman at Oklahoma State University. When not keeping the lights on at the hospital, Dr. Harper may be found traveling with his family in the summer or trekking through the mountains in the fall. Many of Dr. Harper's previous students regard their time with him as some of the most impactful and memorable of their time at Texas Tech. They all speak not just of his immense clinical skills and bedside manner, but the many life lessons he imparts so casually. Please welcome Dr. Harper.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not really sure who she was talking about. For you, those of you who know me well, I am an overeducated redneck, originally from Abilene, Texas, and came back to Amarillo about 10 years ago to join the Department of Surgery. My wife originally from a small town in the Panhandle, Canadian Texas, and she quickly said, yes, we're taking the job, and had a job before I accepted a position at Texas Tech. Nonetheless, I've had great times at Texas Tech since we've been in Amarillo. I enjoy having PA students with me. It actually provides a little bit of entertainment besides the mundane and very socially handicapped medical students that usually quarry behind me. But nonetheless, this is a great opportunity. Congratulations, everybody up front here. And more importantly, congratulations to everybody here who's supporting them, because let's be honest, you paid their tuition, okay? So, One thing I've learned over the past year is presentations tend to be boring, especially when dinosaurs of the profession get up and talk. And one thing to help that is visual aids. So tonight, if you'll follow along with me, we're going to start off like I usually do with the presentation and look, where have we been? And then where are we going? So where are we at with white coats? Why do we wear white coats? Why do we don you guys with white coats? And what's really their purpose? So our first slide tonight is, gentlemen. Oh, sorry, shout out to my alumni, University of Texas Medical Branch. Texas Tech signs the paycheck, but UT signed the diploma. One more, gentlemen. So if we look back into the history of medicine, the really first example we see of people donning any sort of attire is produced here, a picture known as the Gross Clinic by Eakins. And this was painted in 1875 at the University of Pennsylvania. And if you'll notice here, everyone in the picture is wearing what we essentially call black frocks. So everyone in medicine at that time pretty much wore black. It was a very formal, situation. But there wasn't much, to distinguish them from normal people of their time of stature. We contrast that with the next photo here, the Agnew Clinic, also produced by Joseph Eakins. This is in 1889. And as you can see here, in this surgical theater, everyone's donning white. And so there was a transition there from 1875 to 1889. So what happened? What happened in between those years? Well, first of all, the medical community was taking on the germ theory and was practicing Lister's infection control policies. So we see Dr. Lister there. Also at this time, William Osler published his legendary 1892 textbook, The Principles and Practice of Medicine, Changing and Standardizing Medical Care. And lastly, we had the 1910 Flexner Report, which called upon the American Medical School to implement higher standards and graduation standards and essentially reorienting, I worked last night, medicine around laboratory science. So the first white coat ceremony that we really talk about in medicine happened in 1989 at the Pritzker School of Medicine at the University of Chicago. Here on the left, very prestigious, very nice institution there in Chicago. And then the next one that most people take note of is in 1993, Columbia in New York City. Here on the right, known for their very architecturally distinct building, also began with a white coat ceremony. Essentially, the University of Chicago began in 1989 after a professor complained to the dean of students that the first-year medical students were showing up in shorts and baseball caps, much like the incoming medical students usually show up. So what does a white coat ceremony mean? What does it have to do with anything we do? And I personally, honestly, I don't really remember my white coat ceremony. I remember we had a day, we got some white coats, we studied. That was it. But it is a ritual, it is a formal robing, marking a student's transition from either the preclinical or clinical into clinical medicine, or a progression to a provider status, essentially going from a student into a provider. So yes, it's for projecting that professional appearance, but now it's also your first impression when you walk into a room. Some perceive it as a tool, a barrier for you from the fluids of medicine that you'll encounter, a barrier from your patients from the fomites and non-hospital world you carry with you. And then lastly, it has numerous pockets, right? For medical accessories, snacks, and today's ever-present water bottles. So, I ask you this. A white coat's gonna start feeling pretty heavy as we talk. So take note of this, okay? So conversely, what does it mean to you, an incoming student, an outgoing student? Well, does it provide you with a sense of accomplishment? Does it give you a sense of fear, anxiety as you look forward into your professional career? Or, as I suggest it is for most of y'all, a new profile pic for your social media. But here's what it means to me. First and foremost, it's going to display your employer's name on it, whoever you're affiliated with, a department, an organization, whatnot. It's usually the largest thing on your white coat, be it the logo or something along those lines. So that way, everybody knows who you're associated with. Secondly, it's going to have your credentials, that alphabet soup that spells out after your name, essentially telling the world the professional expertise that you're supposed to hold. And lastly, and most importantly, it has your name on it. This is probably the most important item on your white coat. Because let's remember, your name alone does not make that white coat, and you are not part of that white coat. You can take your white coat off at the end of the day, but your name remains on that white coat, and that white coat will forever be yours. So, by now, you're starting to kind of wonder, what things does Harper have in plan? Because if you've ever seen one of my presentations, you're already surprised. There's not a slide of a retained rectal foreign body, or, let's be honest, something I can brag about. But you have to remember, is this white coat worth it? You're in a world now where there's a large amount of, incredibly litigious people trying to make a buck for themselves, and the white coat is an easy target. It's made you a lifelong learner. You're never going to quit studying from now on out. You'll always have to continually improve yourself with that white coat on. And so I kind of ask you, the white coat's starting to feel a little heavy, isn't it? Starting to feel a little bit itchier than it was outside. But that's okay, because you're going to ask yourself many, many times, is it worth it? And the resounding answer is yes. Yes, it is worth it, right? Despite all the weight that that white coat carries at times, it also allows you to do so much good, perform procedures, and see things that few in society get to really appreciate. You can deliver a baby, crack a chest, manually compress the heart to maintain a perfusing pressure. All these exciting things can be just as impactful discovery of a life-saving diagnosis with that white coat on. That being said, you should never have a boring day as a PA with that white coat. It's an honor to have a position where literally you have people trusting you with their lives, their livelihoods, their children's lives, and really their everythings. So when I accepted this invitation to speak, they called and they said, Dr. Harper, our first choice for keynote speaker was not available. Are you available to speak? And I said yes. And I asked myself, what should I talk about with these kids? And it came to me, I talked to a couple of mentors, and one of them really brought it home and said, Shane, if you were in that crowd as a young PA student, what would you want to hear from an old geezer? And I said, well, you know what? That's what I think you guys need to hear. We're going to break a little bit, and you're going to get some Shane-isms, okay? Because this profession is not as easy and glorious as we all want to try to make it out to be at times, right? So, we can go to the first one. Yep, that's me. First thing I tell everyone that comes and rotates with me, pressure is a privilege, okay? Some jobs are less stressful. Dermatology is a good example. But truly impactful moments will be a high-stress situation and a place where a ton of pressure will be placed on you as a provider. But someone, somewhere, had trusted you and your skills enough to be put in that situation. It's a privilege for you to have gained the opportunity to be pressured. And it may be hard, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. Next, we all have quiet days of desperation. This was told to me on day one of PA school by Dr. Richard Rare, who gave us two pieces of advice, and this was one of them. And I look back on that and I think about it. And I think about those that had come before me. And I think about things of, what is truly the quiet day of desperation. So many days I would go home, heartbroken, crying quietly in my car if something bad had happened to a patient, not letting anyone know how hard it can be to take care of people. Human mortality is still 100%. You will not save everyone. You will have patients that pass. You will have to break this news to family. There will be difficult days. Okay? Next. Quote that I came across one time and then saw in a TED Talk, and it actually kind of hit home. So, Heraclitus, as you can imagine, was a Greek philosopher who said, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river, and he is not the same man. Essentially, this is a metaphor that describes how things that we think are constant are actually changing all the time. So, no two individual patients you see will ever be the same. And no patient you've seen will be the same patient as it was before, even if you see that patient on the next day. But conversely, you will evolve and you will not be the same provider. And that's what you have to remember. You're always going to evolve and change, but patients are never the same. So now that the white coat, it's kind of, the weight of it's kind of getting a little bit heavier, right? A little insurmountable. Essentially, I've told you the rules are always changing. Everyone's out to get you. You'll have good days, but you'll also have bad ones. So now you're going to start questioning life, right? So how does one balance their life and responsibilities that come along with this white coat? Well, let's take a look at my title, and I'm going to break it down for you guys. So this is my official title for Texas Tech. First thing about it, my name, my degree, my PA, my distinguished fellowship. So, distinguished fellowship, let's drop that. Next slide. You get it when you're a PA long enough. It's not that special. My FCCM, very special to me. Worked hard for it. My kids have no idea what that means. My 20-year-old son would be excited that there's a 4-letter F word behind my name. But they have no idea what that is. So let's get rid of that. My profession, as a PA, almost for 23 years now, that's been behind my name. It's been the job that's put food on our table, provided for roofs over our house, roof of our house. But, again, that's not me. So let's get rid of that. My doctorate, the terminal degree for our profession. I went back to school to get it because I thought it would help the profession, help me, strengthen us as a profession. But again, it means nothing to my kids. My wife, yes, because we had to pay for it, but let's get rid of that. So Shane Harper, the name that most people have known me most of my life, but it's not who I am really, right? It's just a name. When you see that name in an obituary, hopefully in a while from now, you're not going to think twice about it, and that's okay. So let's break it down to just me. So, Shane, more importantly, dad, husband, son, and that's what it's all about. Yes, you're getting a white coat. Yes, it, is going to give you great opportunities, provide you an income, but at the end of the day, you hang that white coat up. That white coat is not you, and you are not that white coat. You have to be personally fulfilled to be a great PA. If you have nothing to work for, what's the point of going to work? And that's what you got to think of at the end of the day. I come home every day, and I always tell myself, do not let your family see the leftovers. I don't want them to have the leftovers of me. I want them to see a vibrant, fresh, ready to go out and play ball dad. Not somebody that's on the recliner and has to sleep for a couple of hours, which honestly has been a little tough the last little bit. But you have to remember, yes, you're going to be a PA, congratulations. But you were somebody before that, and you're still that person, right? So, someday, you need to do and go live life. You need to marry your sweetheart. You need to go ahead and have a couple of kids, right? Get a dog, pay for your kids' lives, pay for the dogs' lives, run your kids up mountains, nearly kill them, right? But then you're going to be there to support your kids and live through your kids. And you're going to support them so much that you have to get on medication for high blood pressure, anxiety, peptic ulcer disease. Daughter Keely, great track star, literally took years off my life, okay? So, go enjoy life, right? Life is called life because it's supposed to be lived. Work is called work because it's work, okay? So, I will tell you guys that there's one statement that I live my life by every morning when I wake up. And that statement is this right here. Okay, guys? Your talents and abilities are gifts from God. And what you do with those talents and abilities are your gifts back to him. Now, I'm a bred, born, and educated Texan, God-fearing man, so this hits home to me. I'm not here on my own strength. I'm not here because I'm smart. Maybe, but what are we doing with those abilities and talents to help the rest of the world? You can make a difference. You can be impactful. You can change your patients' lives day in and day out. Money will not make you happy. Prestige will not make you happy. It's just more work. But being a good provider and taking care of patients, doing your job well, and having a great life outside of work will be what makes you a great PA someday. Guys, it's just getting started. It's gonna be a fun ride. You're gonna have highs, you're gonna have lows. It's gonna take a while to pay off tuition, right? But you have the tools, you have a great faculty that's giving you those tools, you have a much, much better facility than I ever thought of having, and those are things you should be proud of. Be proud of those double T's, be proud of who you are. Congratulations, and you all know if you need something, I'm just a phone call away. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Harper. Your support of our program, our mission, our goals, our profession has truly been invaluable. At this time, I'd like to welcome your class president, Mr. David Herf, if you'll join me at the podium.
Whoa. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight, whether you're here in person or tuning in via YouTube. As mentioned, my name is David, and I've had the honor of representing Texas Tech's Health Science Center Physician Assistance Program, class of 2024, for the last 2 years. It's been a journey filled with some highs, but definitely a lot more lows. To kick things off, I'd love to just throw this speech aside, speak from the heart. But to be honest, I'm not sure my heart could take that right now. Between the 400 plus questions we've answered this week and the faculty being pretty fed up with my shenanigans, if it's all the same, I'll just read what I prepared. Speaking of the faculty, we obviously have to take a moment to acknowledge you all. Quick disclaimer, I am born and raised from New Jersey, so I'm gonna be a little blunt with y'all. There were times over the last 2 years that you really got under my skin and aggravated me to no avail. Let me find my spit. But as I've kind of grown over the last 2 years, I've realized that's part of the process. And through it all, it was clear. You wanted the very best, both in and out of the classroom. And I never once did doubt your absolute commitment to ensuring our success. Thank you for everything you do. Good. I do want to give another special shout out to Mr. Mike Taylor, who has been, yeah, go ahead. I know he's back there somewhere. I don't know if you want to stand up, Mr. Taylor, probably not. I don't know if you're wearing a Hawaiian shirt, but you've been with us from day one in the anatomy lab. Even though none of us knew what was really going on, you were in there teaching. As mentioned, we know you're semi-retired, but as a class, we hope two things. One, we hope you're enjoying the extra free time that you have, and two, we hope our class wasn't the reason you retired. Seriously though, we want to thank you for taking the time to come out tonight and celebrate this moment with us. Many of us have learned things we used during our clinical year because of you, and we'll continue to use those tools you provided in our practice. Now to the audience, both here and online. To all the moms, dads, brothers, sisters, significant others, kids, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and friends, we owe you a huge thank you. Over the past 2 years, you've been our rock. I've always felt like in PA school, our friends and family got one of two calls. One was us frantically in tears that we just bombed an exam quiz or an OSCE, and now our world's crumbling. Or the second, which I think my friends and family can probably attest to, was me barking about every obscenity in the dictionary after bombing another exam. Seriously though, you've talked us off ledges, motivated us, reminded us of how far we've come, and you helped us see the light at the end of the tunnel. I hope you can see how much you mean to all of us and enjoy this celebration with us, because I'm not sure how many of us would be here without you in our corner. So as I prepared for tonight, I did do a little research. So real quick, I'm gonna read that again, but I need like 5 or 6 people to like gasp like you just saw a ghost. It's gonna be perfect, all right? Yeah. So as I prepared for tonight, I did do a little research. Yeah. See, I told you all that was a perfect setup. No, yeah, I know, surprisingly, I did do a little research, and at this point in the speech, I'm supposed to offer some motivational advice about being the best provider for our patients, advocating for them, and making a difference. But honestly, I believe each and every one of us is already on that path. I'm incredibly proud of you all. I personally thank you for allowing me to have a front row seat as we all grow into our new careers. And I can't wait to see the positive impact you all have in this world. I would like to leave it with a piece of wisdom that's inspired by a quote from my grandfather, and it went, well, if it wasn't for bad luck, you'd have no luck at all. Yeah, it's pretty funny. This quote has been a source of motivation for me during difficult times throughout my life. It reminds me to take a pause, take a deep breath, and reflect on things I'm grateful for. Whether that's my great group of friends, my loving family, my resilient son. For those of us moving forward in our careers today, remember this quote when you face those tough days. Those times when the clinic's full of your difficult patients, the dishwasher's full at home, you're 2.5 weeks behind in your clinical notes, the laundry's piling up at home, bills are piling up at home, and life just seems to be kicking you when you're down. Take a step back, take a deep breath, think of your family, think of your friends, and remember all the things you've accomplished thus far in life. I think you'll realize how much luck you actually have. Once again, it's been an honor to represent this university, and even more so the class of 2024. I wish everyone here and at home the very best. God bless each and every one of you.
Such a memorable time for all of you. So we are now reaching the time of the main event, and I would like to invite the members of the class of 2024 to proceed to the stage for coding. David S. Herf. Elise Kachan. Ellen Feltz. Casey Gailey. Zachary Jin. Renzi Sunny. Monzi Parikh. Amy Bowie. Rylan Reese. Alyssa Padilla. Aparna Sunny. Stabali Arele Aguirre. Sarika Patel. Katrina Bansigan. Gabrielle George. Malia McNair. Julianne Fowler. Brittany Voorhees. Ainsley Pate. Bryn Bednars. Faith Morrison. Abby Setliff. Meg Regal. Kendra Reyna Turpin. And Claudia Tin Win. Ariana Gabrielle Garcia. Melanie Marie Rodriguez. Catherine Alexandra Wilkes. Lola Beltran. Connor Colthorpe. Morgan Good. Morgan Eller. Madeline Willis. Mackenzie Pierce. Caroline Cook. Shyla Parvin. Alex Bloomquist. Joshua Aston Reyes. Victor Nguyen. Kristen Wright. Brianna Lopez. Jessica Mendez Gonzalez. Victoria Vitella. Caitlin Cachera. Brian Foster. Rebecca Roberts. Cynthia Felizardo. Ashley O'Blanis. Raquel Navarro. Kristen Richardson. Gloria Horner. Stephanie Nuno. Nabiha Feroz Mohammed. Jacqueline Anderson. Alexandra Kroll. Carly Falk. Ugochukwu Okonkwo. Joseph Soni. Thank you and congratulations.
What a wonderful moment. Congratulations. So tonight, we also wish to recognize those being inducted into the Pi Alpha Honor Society. So Pi Alpha was organized in 2004 by the Physician Assistant Education Association for the promotion and recognition of significant academic achievements, leadership, scholarship, service, and encouragement of a high standard of character. In the student category, we are able to induct up to 15% of the grading class meeting the requirement of a minimum of 3.5 GPA and have demonstrated excellence in service and leadership. So those students being inducted into the Pi Alpha this evening, could you please stand up? Congratulations. This evening, we also would like to honor Dr. Shane Harper. He is being inducted into the Pi Alpha Honor Society in recognition of his contribution to our program and the PA profession. Congratulations, Dr. Harper. At this time, we have another special presentation for our AHEC scholars.
The West Texas Area Health Education Center, or AHEC Scholars, is a program for undergraduate and graduate health professions students. Awardees are given up to $800 per year for committing to and participating in the program. The mission is to address the healthcare provider shortage and improve healthcare access in West Texas through education and development of the healthcare workforce. One way AHEC seeks to do this is by supporting rural clinical training for students in the health professions. I would like to announce this year's 2023 to 2024 AHEC Scholars. Aparna Sunny, Kristen Richardson, Alex Bloomquist, Jessica Gonzalez, Victor Nguyen, Morgan Eller, Morgan Good, Rihanna Lopez, Rebecca Roberts, Caitlin Kuchera, Stibali Aguirre, Victoria Vitella, Caroline Cook, and Brittany Voorhees. Congratulations.
This last group of exceptional students we would like to recognize are our Rural Medicine Honors Scholars. These students demonstrated not only a deep commitment to their medical education, but have also made significant contributions to our mission and goals of our program. Through their active involvement in our Rural Track Seminar, they have actively bridged the healthcare gap in underserved communities. They have immersed themselves in the rural settings of West Texas and have gained invaluable hands-on experience in telemedicine training, virtual reality training, rural community engagement projects, and an overall understanding of the unique challenges faced by rural populations. These following students are true ambassadors of change, embodying the spirit of our mission to provide equitable and accessible healthcare for all. When I call your name, if you could please stand, please. Jacqueline Anderson, Shyla Parvin, Alexandra Kroll, Brian Foster, Jessica Gonzalez, David Herf, Victor Nguyen, Victoria Vitella, Lola Beltran, Rylan Reese, and Rihanna Lopez. Thank you, guys. You can have a seat now.
In the transition from student to clinician, our graduates now will take the PA professional oath to officially join the PA profession. By taking the PA professional oath, our graduates pledge to place the health, safety, and privacy of their patients first. They also agree to adhere to the professional code of ethics throughout their careers as PAs. I would like to invite Rylan Reese and Shyla Parvin, this year's class of 2024 Tammy Ream Stethoscope Award honorees, to lead the class in reciting the physician assistant oath.
If class of 2024, if you please stand up, raise your right hand. will start the oath. Listen.
I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud family members, and most importantly, this exceptional PA graduating class of 2024. Yay. Personally, one of my favorite classes. Today marks a truly momentous occasion as we gather here to celebrate your culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and unwavering commitment. We are filled with a profound sense of accomplishment and joy. Each one of you has traversed an arduous journey, overcoming countless challenges, sacrificing precious moments, and investing your hearts and souls into the pursuit of knowledge and healing. Today, you stand on the precipice of a new beginning, a beginning that holds immense promise, not just for you as individuals, but for the countless lives that you are about to touch. You are equipped with a unique set of skills, an insatiable thirst for learning, and a deep-rooted desire to make a lasting impact on the world around you. You have learned to embrace the diversity of humanity, to treat each patient as an individual, and to advocate for their well-being. Our role as physician assistants carries with it immense responsibility, but also immeasurable rewards. But let us not forget those who have supported you tirelessly throughout your journey, your families, your friends, mentors, those who have cheered you on during moments of triumph and offered a comforting presence during moments of doubt. Their belief in you has propelled you forward even when you felt you could no longer take another step. In closing, I want to express my utmost pride in each and every one of you, the challenges you have overcome, the knowledge you've acquired, and the compassion you've cultivated and have transformed you into exceptional healthcare professionals. Today, you embarked on a new chapter, armed with the ability to heal, to comfort, and to change lives. May you carry yourselves with grace, integrity, and unwavering dedication. Congratulations, class of 2024. That is it. Okay. Class of 24, if you could come up here and take a class picture. Okay. Sorry.
I would just fly away. And I always knew I couldn't stay. So I had a dream that I'd just fly away. I've been on my own for a minute.